Hi, I'm Kristen Rosenberg. I'm a holistic health practitioner and intuitive, and I work with people to help them turn their health around from chronic illness naturally. And my goal is also to help people come back to themselves, to connect with their intuition so that they can know who they truly are and then live their life more fully. So, thanks for being here. I'm bringing you today the Angel and Oracle reading for August 2025. So, let's get started. The archangel that came through for this month for August is Archangel Metatron. And just a little bit about Metatron. He directs divine energy from source down to the earth. He guides us to use our spiritual power for good to serve humanity and sustain itself. He creates and maintains all sacred geometry. He helps those who are sensitive and spiritually gifted. And he's often associated with the space above us. And what that means to me too is that he's also associated with the flow of information from the heavens to us. So light information coming to us through downloads, and it's very timely because I feel like a lot of that is happening right now. So let's get started with the message. And well, we're getting started with the message, but I just want to say that if you've watched me before, usually I get the message from the angel first, and that kind of gets channeled through first. But this month was different. And usually I schedule a time to just sit down and do this work. So I put it on my calendar. I'm like, I'll do it today. But that's not what happened this month. So it was kind of interesting. I felt Archangel Metatron just come through one day very spontaneously and kind of tapping me on the shoulder saying, it's time to do this reading. And what he told me he wanted me to do was pull the cards first and look at the cards and see what you get from them. So this is a different process that I went through for this reading. So I thought I'd just mention that. Um, it was just a little bit different. So I'm actually going to show you the cards that came through first, and then I'll get to the reading. So, so here, I'll just talk about the cards. So like I said, he wanted me to pull the cards and then look at all three of them together. I did not look at the guidebook to get any of the meanings for these. He just wanted me to look at them and based on the imagery, uh, tell you about the message that was coming through or get information about this message coming through just from the images. So starting on the left is signs, and the tagline on this card says from spirit with love. Then in the middle we have Mother Earth, which is about grounding and support. And then the third card is as above, so below, heaven and earth. Looking at these cards in the imagery, so first I start with signs. And for this, I love this. There's a bird with light, and there's a lot of blue, like sky energy around this bird. And so the signs card is usually about heavenly things, so, obviously, signs from spirit, divine things, divine energy, divine information, divine flow. So that's what I take from this card. And then I'm looking at Mother Earth. This is all about grounding and support. And when I'm looking at this, this is about us too. We are part of Mother Earth. Um, and that's Metatron's cube, actually, in this picture too, helping us to pull energy into the earth and to ground ourselves. So, and then the third card, as above, so below. It has a heaven and earth component to it. So we have the signs card about the heavens, the Mother Earth card, obviously about the earth, and then the third card, heaven and earth. So they all kind of work together, and it felt to me like this flow of energy and information and connection between all of these three cards, starting from the heavens, from the divine. There is energetic flow that is happening right now to us. The angels, the divine guides, God, source, the universe, whatever you may call it, is trying to connect with us. It is sending energy to us to connect with us. So the heavens are sending it to Mother Earth, and as we receive that energy, we are becoming connected with heaven as well. So there's like a cycle of energy flow going on here. What more can I say about this? There's more to be revealed, but right away I could tell that we were going to be talking about the angels and God and connecting us to the heavens and us taking that energy in, processing it, um, making it a part of us, and then reflecting it out to the world. Because that as above, so below is about mirroring. It is what energy we put out is what we will see in the world. And so heaven is wanting to be mirrored here on earth. And so the heavens and the divine are sending us this energy so that we can internalize it, become more loving, become love itself, and mirror that in the world. That is what I am taking from these 3 cards. And so I'm going to now read the message from Archangel Metatron, because that's kind of what I was gleaning from these cards. And then his message came through, and then I can go through each card one by one a little more deeply and give some more information, because this is like a more high level reading about these cards. But each card itself has a little more information. And one of the things I thought was interesting was that the signs card came up first. And a couple months ago, I did a reading where the angel, I forget which one came through for this, but said that spiritual gifts will be important, and that more information would come about that. And I feel like this is the month where more information is coming about that, just to explore it a little more deeply and highlight that it's an important thing right now to look at and be aware of for everyone. Okay, so here's the message from Archangel Metatron. I have some notes here on this slide, and I just have a little picture. I tried to create what I was seeing in terms of this band of energy that's around the sun and the earth there on that slide. So I'm just going to read what came through from Archangel Metatron. I would think it's best just to take the words as it came through. So I'm just going to put my glasses on so I can read it well. So here's the message that came through. And when he's talking about the cards that I just referenced on the last slide. So these cards are signs of what's to come. There will be signs. There will be signs from above, from the heavens, from the angels, from Source, that things are to change on Earth and that Mother Earth is shifting. Information is coming through the veil to Earth. It will be very important to be grounded to receive this information. There is a synergy between the heavens and the earth, and the exchange of information codes and light and energy. There is a band wrapped around the earth and the sun. It is an energetic one. There will be an influx of energy coming in to feed the earth and help the earth release old energy. It is a cleansing, and in that regard, it is such that the heavens and earth are to mirror each other. When we say heavens, we mean the energetic realm, the unseen and the unknown, that it might be reflected on earth and be reorchestrated to come into alignment with Source. In that regard, the card, as above, so below, is the meaning. It will mean that there is an energetic mirror on both sides of the veil, so that Earth and all of its inhabitants are living in alignment with Source, in alignment with ascension, in alignment with love, creative expression, and beauty. It is the greater expression that we want to share about, in that the Earth wants to be expressed more fully as an alive energy source that grows, releases, and evolves just as we do as humans. We are all one, and it is the time now to understand that the earth, the heavens, the energetic realm, the physical realm, the mental realm, and emotional aspects of being, and all of the people and creatures within it are all connected. There is unity, and it must be realized at this time. There is no other way, and I, Metatron, come to you now to share this message so that people are aware and understand what they can do to help themselves during this time. People must look within their hearts. It is imperative that they are in alignment with what their feelings are and the feelings in their heart are. There is no other way, and I, Metatron, come to you now to share this message so that people are aware and understand what they can do to help themselves during this time. People must look within their hearts. It is imperative that they are in alignment with what their feelings in their hearts are. This greatly impacts your energetic field and what you are able to absorb and take in terms of light codes and upgrades that are coming to Earth at this time. The sun is sending massive amounts of information. An open heart will allow those uploads and information to sink into the physical body and allow people much more ease to adapt to the coming times. It is not about perfection, but an openness and awareness and allowing to let love, light, and information flow to you and through you. To be a conduit in this world for growth, ascension, and a broader expression of love in the world. This message is not necessarily new and may be repeated to some, but it is of the utmost importance and it is the time to integrate it. There may not be more opportunities for reminders in this regard, and we want all those who want to grow and ascend to have access to what is available to them at this time. It is a special time, and we want to reiterate that, knowing that some may not be interested. But for those who are, we encourage them to come into their heart now and with intention ask. Ask to receive the light and the love that is being beamed to the earth through the sun and the energies that are currently in flux. It is not a complicated message this month. It is only about ascension and being in your heart. We know not how many more times we may be able to express this, and that does not mean that there is never a chance for upgrades and to grow in love. But this is an opportune time to help build a new energetic reality and earth that reflects all of the goodness and beauty and love that many of us are searching for. It is at this time that I, Metatron, will proceed and allow Kristen to take a look at the meanings of the cards that I have led her to and to offer additional insight with the guidance of the angels for what is coming for August 2025 and potentially beyond. With so much love and admiration for all your effort, commitment, and willingness to grow and build the earth as a new energetic realm where love, unity, and creation can thrive. So much love, Archangel Metatron. So that was a really beautiful message coming from Metatron. And like the cards kind of said, and what Metatron says, there are massive amounts of energy and information coming through. So let's move on to the cards and go a little deeper. Okay, so we are back to the cards. The first one, signs. We talked a little bit about this one. So it's heavenly energy, but it's also about signs that Spirit's going to be sending to us, Source is going to be sending to us. So that means that the angels and Source are going to be communicating with us through signs. So they want us to look around for the signs from above and to be aware of them. So any synchronicities that are coming into your life, those are signs typically. And if you're not familiar with reading signs from the divine, it can come in different forms. There can be signs in nature. A lot of times it can be through animals. And I have a friend who has just started trying to communicate with Spirit, and she's getting signs through feathers. There was some random feather, white feather in her house that she had no idea where it could have even come from. So when you see things like that, know that that can be a sign from the divine and that they're trying to get your attention and want to talk to you. Another way that signs can happen is through numbers, repeating numbers like 1111 on the clock, or 111, 222, 333. So numbers on the clock, or even on receipts. I've gotten a receipt where I had to pay 1111. So things like that can pop up, and you can always look up what those numbers mean and see how that relates to you in your life and what the angels and the divine allies might be trying to tell you with those numbers. There's also in dreams, you can interpret your dreams, and sometimes spirit is trying to talk to you through the imagery that's in your dreams as well. So just take a look around. And oftentimes those signs, it will kind of hit you a certain way. You might even hear a line in a song. Maybe you're thinking about a problem you're having, and then a line in a song comes through, and it just seems to kind of answer your question. Um, and I've even had it where I was thinking about a problem that I was having, and I flipped open a book that I had, and I just read a random page in the book, and it seemed to have the answer to what I was thinking about. So stuff like that can happen, and this card is calling us to be aware of those things and to understand that our earth and our world is alive. It's not just this dead kind of world that we just use to live our lives. It is alive alongside us and is communicating with us. And the divine communicates through our world and through the earth and nature as well. So the angels and Metatron is calling us to become more aware of that. So open your eyes and start to look at things a little differently if you haven't already. See your world as alive and start looking. And if you see a sign, that's not where it ends also. They want you to be in communication with them. So if you're trying to have a conversation with someone, you don't just take what they're saying and not say anything back. This is now your responsibility to pick up the conversation on your end and talk to spirit. That's through prayer. You don't have to be walking around talking out loud all day long so people are staring at you. You can just quietly to yourself, say, thank you, spirit. Thank you for that sign. And ask for more signs that they're trying to communicate with you. And then you may see more. Once you start asking, that's when things pick up. And also through prayer, you can start asking for answers or asking questions, and then start this dialogue with spirit and see what comes. So Metatron tells us that they're sending all this energy and information, and that we want our hearts to be open to receive it because it's a special time of an opportunity of whatever is being sent to us, all this energy. It's new and different, and this is the time to receive it. So they're wanting us to become more in communication with them. And as you develop more communication, you can also kind of tune into your spiritual gifts. So that will be through seeing things, maybe hearing something, maybe feeling something in your body very strongly, or just knowing. That's one of the things that is most often overlooked in terms of intuitive gifts. Is just like you just know something that's going to happen. So if that's ever happened to you, that's also an intuitive gift and a way of communicating with spirit also, or spirit communicating with you. So I just want to point that out. So just keep up with the communication and realize that when you're talking to spirit, you're learning a new language, a language of sensing and symbology. So it's a different way of communicating. It's a more subtle way of communicating, but you are learning a new language. So be patient and open and have fun with it. It doesn't need to be serious, but they are wanting to connect with you. And that's kind of some ways and how spirit will do that. Okay, moving on to Mother Earth. This one is telling us that, yes, we are connecting to spirit through our intuition. And when we are connecting to spirit, it's about being grounded. So we are humans here in a physical realm. It's just who and what we are. And in order for spirit to connect with us, we have to be grounded to the earth. So this is a really important aspect of the communication as well. So we need to take care of our energy and ground ourselves. And just to read a little bit from the guidebook, it says we need to be anchored into the earth to effectively receive energetic upgrades and manage the energetics associated with solar flares, portals of light, attunements, and downloads. Otherwise, we can feel lightheaded, off balance, or unintegrated. And I thought this card was so amazing, and the fact that they had that listed in the guidebook, because so much of that is happening right now. There's so much going on with the energies, planetary energies, and solar flares. Energies have kind of been off the charts in recent times. So it's definitely a very cool reflection of what's happening right now, and of the fact that we're needing to communicate with spirit, but also take in these energies. So being grounded is really of the utmost importance right now. And while we're grounding, again, this card says if we're not grounding, we can feel lightheaded, off balance, or unintegrated. So, ways we can ground is to meditate, get quiet, come back into our inner selves and connect with ourselves. Being in nature is a really great way. I always say that it's just so easy, especially now in the Northern Hemisphere. It's summer. We can go outside, stand on the grass in our bare feet, just connect to nature, um, and that helps calm us. It brings down our frequency. It kind of connects our frequency to the earth's frequency, which brings it down and calms us. So that's a great way to ground as well. But you can do whatever works for you. The important thing is that you're trying to ground yourself at all. um, and part of that grounding too with this card is to be in sincere intention, in alignment with what's in your heart. So put out the intention with is whatever is truly in your heart. Because right now the energies are coming through strong, and what's in your heart is going to be reflected in your world. So you want to make sure, with the strength of these energies, that what's in your heart is truly in alignment with what you want to see in your life and in the world. And on that card, you can kind of see those sprouts of new life coming through. And so that's what that is referring to. We have to be in good intention in our heart to reflect what we want in our lives. So that's also important at this time. And it's also important in terms of our conversation with Source. So whatever we're telling Source we want to see is what's going to be projected. So definitely be aware of that. And then the third card, as above, so below. So this card is a reminder that the rewards of heaven are accessible to us now here on earth. And it's kind of a summary of the first two cards too, which is really great. It's telling us that all the energies that were being sent and the signs and communication that are being sent are coming to guide us and help us remember that heaven is here on earth and that we are a part of it. We don't need to prove ourselves worthy either. We are not separate. We are connected to all of it. We are all one. Everything is one here on earth. And it's important for us to know that we are a reflection of the divine. So, as we're experiencing the spiritual growth process, it requires us to open to higher states and to also ground ourselves. So, a bit from the signs card and a little bit from the Mother Earth card. We're opening ourselves and also grounding ourselves. Because if we don't open our hearts and ground ourselves, a lot of the information and the energy coming through, it may not integrate or stick like we would like it to. So be very aware of your energy this month, taking very good care to open your heart, to be open to the energies coming in, but to also make sure that you're grounding to earth, being in nature, doing whatever it is you need to do to feel calm and connected, being very clear and intentional about your energetic flow and tuning into that to make sure that you're supporting it in August for sure. So, and just a couple more notes about this. So, finally, heaven is mirrored here on earth, and what lies in the heavenly, spiritual, and energetic realm is reflected here. So, look to the world with positivity, love, community, and abundance in your heart, and you will see it. We are bringing in the energies above in order to create that same harmony, love, peace, and unity below. So, what we're doing now is bringing in this energy so that we can mirror heaven here on earth. So, that's why our energy is so important. Whatever energy we're running is going to be what's created in our world. Yeah, I mean, I feel like we've heard this message before a little bit, but this one's coming through very strongly to be very clear about the energy we're running and to really tap into our intuition and try to develop it this month. And we have one more card. In addition to that reading, I just thought I'd pull a card for what more do we need to know about this month in August. And No Place Like Home came up. Oh, and I'll just mention too, the cards that I pulled from for the 3-card reading was from the Archangel Metatron deck by Amanda Ellis. And then this card here on this slide is Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron Reed. And the card that came up is No Place Like Home, and it is in the reversed position, so upside down, and that's a protection message. So I thought an extra card could be just a little beneficial to help guide us in how we're supposed to proceed this month. And I think this is really great because this card is about our comfort zones, and that we often tend to stay in our comfort zones. But if you want to see something different in your world or create something different in your world, you have to do something different. And that's what this card is about. So, no playing it safe, step out and do something different. Because if you want to see a shift in your world or in the energy, that's what, or the energy that's behind what's creating what you see in your world, you're going to have to change it. So, yes, go do something different, but this can also be related to our energy. You may have to do something different to support your energy so that you're running different energy. Maybe that means doing some breath work to release old energy so that cleaner energy can come through. And you can create what you want to see in your life. I'm very familiar with that. I do a somatic breathwork technique that's called Freedom Process, and it has been super beneficial for me to release old negative energy and allow new energy to come in, much lighter, clearer, cleaner energy, so that I'm not consistently creating negative patterns in my life that I am no longer wanting to deal with. So maybe that's happening for you, but it could be anything. It doesn't have to be just energy, although that is the main focus for the reading this month. So that's something to look into, but it could be anything in your life that you want to change. So that's just kind of a supplemental message. So if there's something you want to see changed, then the angels are telling us that basically you have to look at what you're doing and then make a different choice. It's all about our choices and being intentional about what we want to see. So do something different if you want to shift or change what's happening in your life. Thanks so much for being here and for watching this video. I hope it serves you in some way and helps you through August. If you do like it, please click like. And if you're looking to get your own personal reading, I offer intuitive readings just so you can get more guidance and clarity from your angels and your divine guides. You can click the link that's in the description box here or posted with this video, or you can also visit inspiretruewellness.com and look under services, and intuitive readings are there for you to book there as well. So thanks again for being here. And I hope that you have a wonderful August. And I hope that the angels bring you much true wellness, love, and light for the month. And I will see you next month. Bye-bye.